And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Piniero's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, here's Eckler. And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hand off to the tight end. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, so often, Kate, we talk about the little guys, right? Get them in space. But how about the big guys? When you can out-muscle them and get in the ball quick like that, they can put some yards together and move those chains.
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tight end gets it running forward. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. On the give, here's Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with third and long. Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. That's caught for the first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Wow, tight end gets it again. They are leaning on him big time in this one.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Offense to the line for second down. Throw left side, complete. And this is down all the way to the 3.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
He tries to sneak it. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a third down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Commanders losing by 4. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here's a quick throw to the left. Touchdown, Washington. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Return starts from the 16. Trying to break a return. Oh, no, he lost the football! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
They've got first down from the 31. Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Washington calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They're running again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Running back, motioning right. Now to throw. He's on the move. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Looking to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
2nd and 10 now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Joshua Williams has it. 2nd down.